Hello YouTube, it's Friday, and that means it's Myday, and this week on the Distractoids we're talking about fears. Okay, so as we know, everyone is going along and telling them their worst fears. So I thought I'd share mine in a little bit of a dramatic way. Dun dun. It wasn't supposed to happen. So let's me tell you about my fears. I actually have a lot of fears. It's really weird. People wouldn't guess that, I don't know, but I do actually have. I fear drowning, or being buried alive, or falling. Any of those. I mean, if I was like in a room with a bunch of oxygen that would eventually run out, that would scare me so much. But being buried or going in the water, that would scare me to death. Ignore the pun. Though that is not my greatest fear. This is not supposed to be doing that, I'm serious. I am afraid of the dark, so this is actually really scary for me. Like, my room is so dark, and I don't even sleep in the dark. I turn my closet light on. So that's one thing. Isn't that pretty? I like that. Let's try something. Where's the button? Oh my gosh! Button! There we go. Got it. This thing turns off after a while. It's an old lightsaber. I don't know if you can see that. But, oh, my worst fear. My worst fear is actually really strange. I've never heard of anyone having a fear like it. I'm afraid of dots. And you could be like, oh, she's making that up. No, I'm serious. It's not dots so much as I'm afraid of bunches of holes. I guess, you know, like you can take a piece of paper and take a pencil and stick it in it a bunch of times, get out holes in a bunch of random places. That freaks me out. I'm not even kidding. I think it's because when I was little I got stung by bees a lot, and I'd see the nest and it'd scare me. And after that, anything that resembled a wasp's nest or a bee's nest would scare me. But I've actually had nightmares about that. And it's usually just like holes, but sometimes it'll be dots too. So that's why I said that. It's really weird. Like if it's in little rows and you can tell that it's not really anything special. Like my bathroom's actually done in polka dots. That doesn't bother me. But anything that mimics like a big, small cluster of holes right next to each other, it's like, oh my gosh. Ugh. I'm serious. It's not funny at all. When I was little, I used to be afraid of my pool. It wasn't I was drowning or anything. Whenever the pool got really algified and we needed to clean it, Dad would sometimes want us to go in there and like get the algae off the bottom. Actually, that was only one time, but we used to swim in it sometimes when it was a little bit dirty. And I was afraid alligators were going to eat me. I don't know how they were going to get in my pool, but I had a little crate. Actually, I do know how I thought they were going to get in my pool. I thought that the algae was a magical portal, and wherever it was in another world, they could just swim in and I wouldn't even notice them. And oh my gosh, I could never get in the pool whenever it was dirty. Brandy would love it. I, on the other hand, did not at all. So, that was that. Another sort of fear, I guess it's a fear, I don't really actually know if it's a fear. I can't watch medical shows. It's not, I guess this would be a fear. I've said that already. I'm rambling, but it was, whenever I see some disease, I think I have it. Even if it's something crazy and out there, it probably isn't a real disease. So I can't watch that stuff because then I can't feel comfortable. So I just try to avoid that. I'm really sorry about this. This is actually the only flashlight I own. I think it would have been better if I lit a candle. I'm trying to think of other fears. I'm actually a really scaredy cat. Watch the ball, I think. It's more entertaining. Oh, I know one. Mega mentioned. I'm afraid of the people I love dying. Especially my mom. Like, I mean, especially my mom. I mean, she's not, like, sick or anything, but most people notice I have, like, a pretty tight relationship with my mom. And I don't know what to do without her. And I love my dad very much. I'm actually really worried. Most of the time. So, since he's out, he's dead. This ball is so distracting. You see me? Oh! Change noises. I think that just means he's gonna die. I guess that's about it. I don't know what else I do. Well, I guess that's about it. So all I can say is, hasta la pasta.